Hi there, and welcome back to another Papetti Math YouTube video tutorial, where today I am going to be teaching you, yes you, Algebra 1. And in this video, we're going to be taking a look at exercise number 2 on our lesson where we're factoring trinomials. And in exercise number 2, it says, factor the following trinomials by finding two numbers that multiply to the C term and combine to get the B term. Now, quick review. We were introduced in exercise number 1 to our standard form of a trinomial of ax squared plus bx plus c. So when I say multiply to the c term, we want to multiply to get this number right here. And we want to combine to the b term. We want to add our numbers up to get the number right in front of the x term in the middle. So taking a look at part A, we want to look at this expression. And what we're going to start off by doing is we're going to open up two sets of parentheses. And because this term right here is x squared, I'm going to start off each term, each set of parentheses with an x, because x times x will give me x squared. Now, I want to follow my rules to find out two numbers that could multiply to give me 40, and those same two numbers add to give me 13. So what I could do is I could just list out factors of 40. So I have 1 times 40, I've got 2 times 20, 4 times 10, 5 times 8, and I think those are all of my whole number factors of 40. So now of these pairs, 1 and 40, 2 and 20, 4 and 10 are 8 and 5, which pair of these also combine to get 13? And the answer there is 5 and 8. None of these other factors can combine to give you 13. So our numbers are going to be 5 and 8. And now how are we going to put signs in here? Well, we want to look, how can we multiply to get a positive 40 and add those two numbers to get a positive 13? Well, this one's an easy one because positive 5 times positive 8 will give me positive 40, and positive 5 plus positive 8 will give me positive 13. So again, I just worked backwards. In chapter 7, I would have started with this one right here, and then I would have double distributed and arrived at this expression right here. But now this is chapter 8, and we're going to be starting with this standard form trinomial, and we're going to end up with this factored version of the trinomial. So x plus 5 times x plus 8 is equivalent to x squared plus 13x plus 40. Let's take a look at part B now. Part B has x squared plus 4x plus 3. And again, we're going to start off by opening up two sets of parentheses and starting off each parenthesis with an x, because x times x will give you x squared. Now we're going to list out our factors of 3. And that one's an easy one because 1 and 3 are the only factors of 3. So we're going to have 1 times 3 is 3, and 1 plus 3 will also combine to get 4. So I'm going to put in 1 and 3 in my parentheses. And again, I'm going to look at my signs now. And how can I multiply a 1 and a 3 to get a positive 3? And the same way, I'm going to combine a 1 and a 3 to get a positive 4. And the way I do that is with two positive signs, because positive 1 times positive 3 gives me positive 3. And positive 1 plus positive 3 will give me a positive 4. So now moving on to my final part of this exercise, which is part C, and I have x squared plus 10x plus 24. And again, we start off by opening up two sets of parentheses, and in the beginning of each, we're going to put an x and an x, because x times x will give you x squared. Now we need to list out our factors of 24. So we have 1 and 24, 2 and 12, 3 and 8, 4 and 6, and those are all of our factors because the next one would be 6 and 4, which is the same as 4 and 6. So now of these four sets of factors that multiply to 24, which of these also combine to give you 10? And I see 6 and 4 right here because 6 plus 4 will give me 10. So I'm going to go ahead and put in 6 and 4 here. And I just said positive 6 plus positive 4 will give me a positive 10, and a 6 times 4 will give me a positive 24. So again, what we just did here on parts A, B, and C is we factored each of these trinomials by finding two numbers that multiply to the C term, and those same two numbers or factors add to the B term. If this video was helpful, please give it a thumbs up, and you're now ready for exercise number 3. Thank you for watching.